Welcome to Old Car Mechanic. Today we're going to be replacing the upper control arm on the driver's side of this 2000 Honda Civic. It's going to apply from 96 to 2000. Let's get to it. Alright, parts and tools needed are going to be the control arm, a jack, a 19mm socket wrench or lug iron wrench, a 17 and a 14mm socket, as well as some pliers for the cotter pins, the hammer to help break free the upper control arm, as well as a regular socket wrench and a torque wrench to help torque those bolts down after we tighten everything. Let's get to it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and now take off the lug nuts. They're 19s. Just put the tire into the car. Alright, so this is the upper control arm. Obviously the reason why we're replacing it is because the boot and everything in here is all crusty and whatnot, and so it's probably about time to replace it. So right here you're going to have a 17mm nut, castle nut. There should be a cotter pin in there, and for some reason there isn't on this one. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this up first a little bit and give the top end a couple whacks, and then after that we'll go ahead and jump off and open up the hood to access the two other bolts holding the control arm from here and there. So let's knock this one out first. All right, let's go ahead and stick your wrench on there, lefty loosey, and we're going to loosen it up a little bit so that we can create a gap here, because what's going to happen is when we whack this, it's going to go back up. So let's go ahead and start hitting it with a hammer. Okay, now that we have it loose, now we're going to go up to the top. Let's open up the hood. Alright, now that we got the castle nut loosened up on the bolt joint on the upper control arm, now we're going to go ahead and tackle this one. Bolt here, it's a 14mm. Screw. Let's go put it to the side. We're going to go to the next one right here. Alright, screws out. They're both the same size for either side, so you can't mix them up. Now we're going to go back down to the bottom. Now that we have everything loose, just going to go ahead and take this castle nut off. Just come out and just wiggle it out. It's the old one. You can see the boot's pretty much worn out on this guy. So we're going to go ahead and put the new one in. I'll let that kind of rest like that. We're going to go back to the top and try to get the bolts in to hold both sides in, and then we'll take care of this last. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put the bolt in on this side here first. You may have to maneuver the arm to get the hole to line up. So right here, as you can see, it's slightly off. So we're just going to try to maneuver it a little bit. Just have to play with it. Okay. Okay, we're in on this side. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead and try the other side as well. Might be a little bit trickier to get on camera, but we're gonna try to do the same concept. Okay, so we got both of them threaded in. Now we're going to tighten them, but we're not going to tighten them all the way because we're going to have to do all the torquing and everything when the car is actually on the ground. So we're going to loosely install these. The reason why we don't want to torque it down now is because the rubber is going to be twisting, being held in, and it's going to hold the rubber in a specific place. And what's going to happen is because it's stuck in that place and it's constantly moving up and down, it'll wear out the rubber faster. It'll put like a torsion type of torque on it, which is not good. Okay, now we're going to go down to the bottom. Okay, you can see we still have some floppiness here, so it's going to give us a little bit of control here. Just trying to match up the ball joint here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the new nut here. And we're going to torque this down to 35 foot-pounds. Alright, now it's torqued. We're going to go ahead and put in the cotter pin. Alright, just going to go ahead and insert the cotter pin. make sure it's bent so it doesn't come out. Couldn't get it all the way in because the position of this was hitting the back of the spindle, so just bent it in a way where we can still bend it and then it'll still lock the nut from backing out. So now that we've done this, we're going to go ahead and put the tire on. Now that we got the car lowered and the suspension loaded, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up both of these upper control arm bolts in the shock tower to 47 foot-pounds. That's okay. Now we're going to jump off to the other side. Alright, that's it. We're done. Thank you for watching Mobile Car Mechanic, which is completely upper control arm replacement for a 2000 Honda Civic. This is going to apply to 96 all the way to 2000. See you on the next one.